Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Beast Mysteries. In today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the classic Bigfoot encounters that I haven't talked about yet on Mountain Beast Mysteries. It's the story of Jacko. And Jacko was, a Bigfoot creature, a small Bigfoot-like creature that apparently was captured by some railway workers back in 1884. So it was a long time ago. We're going to get into the story right away. Mountain Beast Mysteries is an affiliate of Audible.com. If you go to audibletrial.com/mountainbeast, you can get a 30-day free trial, and you get a credit to put towards any audiobook of your choice, no matter how expensive it is. You can pick one audiobook, you get that for free, and you're also supporting Mountain Beast Mysteries for free at the same time. So if you guys are looking for something to listen to over the holidays, I highly recommend checking out their Bigfoot selection, their UFO selection, their ghost selection. They have everything you can imagine. But just go to audibletrial.com/mountainbeast, sign up for the 30-day free trial, get your credit, and if you don't like it, you can cancel before they charge you. So, Jacko. Back in 1884 near Yale, British Columbia, there was a train cruising down the tracks, and what they came upon was what they first thought was a man lying beside the tracks, kind of in between the tracks and this big rock cliff. And as they got closer, this creature stood up. It became alerted to their presence, and it began scrambling up the slope. Lo and behold, it wasn't a human being. It was a small, human-like, I guess half human, half gorilla-like creature. It was essentially described as a small Bigfoot. And it was scrambling up this slope, and the train hit the brakes and it came to a stop, and immediately the people that were working on the train jumped off and began pursuing the creature. Now the creature eventually came to a point where it couldn't go anywhere. It couldn't go up, couldn't go down, because the people were chasing after him, and it was basically stuck where it was. It couldn't go anywhere and it couldn't hide. One of the train employees was making his way above Jacko, and he eventually got to a point above him and was able to knock him out with a rock. He pushed a big rock down and it hit Jacko, knocked him out, and that's how they were able to capture him. And I guess they lowered him down with ropes, and they stored him on the train. And they eventually drove the train to Yale, BC, and he was dropped off there. This is one of those crazy stories where apparently a Bigfoot creature was captured. There's a lot of old stories like this from back in the day. I covered one a long time ago where some trappers apparently captured and killed a Bigfoot creature. There was that mysterious photograph of it, but it ended up kind of looking like a big cat, like a mountain lion or a lynx or something like that. But it's also kind of similar to the story of Zana, the Russian Bigfoot-like woman who was captured way back in the day. It's very similar to that. But Jacko appeared to be, like a juvenile Bigfoot creature. Now, there was apparently a doctor who kind of figured out what kind of food to give Jacko. They were feeding him lots of berries and milk, and apparently they were withholding feeding him meat because they thought it would, turn him savage and crazy, having the ability to eat raw meat. So eventually stories kind of faded out, and there's no real evidence other than anecdotes of his existence. There's the main story that was written about, so the story came to light through a newspaper. And, how credible is that? We don't know. I was listening to an episode of Bigfoot and Beyond with Cliff and Bobo, and they were interviewing John Kirk, who's a really well-known cryptozoologist, very credible. And he had done a lot of digging around into the people that were involved in the story, because there are lots of names that are thrown around in the tale. I'm not gonna try and remember them. But he did some looking around, and there were things that just didn't add up, and a lot of these people that were named in the story didn't ever mention this happening at all throughout their lives, like the rest of their lives. And one of the people that was directly involved, was apparently an extremely well-known photographer in British Columbia at the time. So you would think that if this guy came into possession of Jacko, this professional, well-known photographer would have taken at least one photograph and had a photograph of him. But no, there's nothing. So that's kind of strange. John Kirk believes this case definitely to be a hoax. It does seem too good to be true to me. Like I said, there's no evidence of this ever happening other than the newspaper article. So to me, I personally don't believe the story either. And, it's just one of those classic tales, similar to Xana, similar to even the story of Bowman, the Trapper, written in the Theodore Roosevelt's book, The Wilderness Hunter. They're just stories. No evidence at all, no physical evidence, no photographic evidence, nothing, which is very unfortunate. Now, we like to hold on to those classic tales, and those are the stories that kind of draw new people that are interested in the subject, into this world, this community. But we can't hold on to them too tightly because there is a really good chance that they're not true. There's a lot of tall tales from back in the day, back in the 1800s, people trying to get famous off of these crazy stories, lots of stuff like that. But it's most likely just a story that was made up for the newspaper to try and, get people to buy the newspaper and to read the newspaper. They might have been struggling to find stories, and that was just something that was so crazy people had to check it out. Once word got back that they had captured this creature to the town of Yale, apparently people were pretty frantic and, wanted to see what this thing was. So it did generate a lot of interest. But who knows what actually happened to Jacko, and who knows if it's a true story. It's most likely not. I'm leaning towards it not being a true story, probably just a hoax. Those are my thoughts, and that's really all I have to say about this tale. It's just a story I wanted to share with you guys. I've never talked about it before on Mountain Beast Mysteries. If you want to support Mountain Beast Mysteries, check out the new GoFundMe link down below. If you want to support future projects, future expeditions, future videos, just Mountain Beast Mysteries in general, hit that link and you can make a donation to the channel there. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next time on Mountain Beast Mysteries.